Our holiday team coverage continues with something no one likes to talk about, but here goes because it is necessary. A lot of people are experiencing crummy things right now. The loss of a job, a divorce, the death of someone you love, or an illness. What are you supposed to do? Julie Feldman has that story from the Fox 6 Health Center.
Grief is like a time warp, trapping you in sadness. The holidays make it worse.
It's very hard. It makes you miss the person that you miss more.
But Angela Bemmy is learning to cope. This is the first Christmas in years she can enjoy.
About 3.5 years ago, I witnessed my twin sister get hit by a car when she and I were walking. There are no words to describe a bond that a twin has. There really aren't. It was like half of me had died.
Angela and her twin sister Anita were always together. One would start a sentence, the other would finish. Meet Anita. She is alive, but a traumatic brain injury leaves her mentally disabled. Angela drew this picture of Anita in a coma, the last piece of artwork she finished.
Why is it that we'd stop ourselves from doing something that makes us feel good, whether it's drawing a picture, trimming a tree at Christmas time, or baking cookies?
Or spending the holiday with people who love us?
Grief hurts. It can be all-consuming. I hear from people regularly, I'm afraid if I go to the holiday celebration, I might cry in front of the kids. And I say, and what's wrong with that?
Grief experts say nothing is wrong with crying. In fact, it's the right thing to do at times. So is talking about your sadness. Then, and this is very important, make an effort to enjoy at least a few aspects of the holiday. You are not alone. Angela released her sadness by talking about it. She let it out, and look what happened.
Yep, it's been a while.
She can smile now with new balance. Grief is just sadness you hold inside. Mourning happens when you let it out, and it is the first step to feeling better. If you leave it alone, it will persist. If you resist changing those feelings, then it will persist.
So when someone who is grieving starts to cry, we should be happy about that because they need to let it out.
Well, it shows that they're in touch with their feelings. You don't want them to cry 12 hours straight if it's a celebration for 12 hours, but you tell them it's okay. Go ahead, cry. You talk to them about the person. Bring up happy memories that you have of the person. Don't be afraid to mention the person's name if someone has passed away. Don't be afraid to talk about the job they lost, if they lost a job, and what they might do for the holidays other than buying a gift. Maybe telling them, why don't you write a letter to your child? Tell them how much they mean to you if it's an adult child. Or do a project with your kids, something they can really enjoy. Help them find answers. Let them know they're not alone. Also, you can teach somebody, if you're grieving, about the whole process by crying and then getting over it and saying, I'm going to be okay, though, because then they feel like they have permission to deal with it, too.
Very good advice.
I want to also tell you, we have a link on our website in case anybody is grieving and you want to know where to go. The fellow who I spoke with in my interview, I have a link to the website where he works if you need any help, and it is a service, so the first couple of times that you go are free.
MyFoxMilwaukee.com.
MyFoxMilwaukee.com.
Thank you, Julie. Ted? It's 5:15 and time for your news and weather together.
Week from Christmas and holidays are festive for most people, but for some, they can be really depressing, especially if you're dealing with some sort of grief or loss. Experts say if you feel like crying, that's okay. Go ahead, do it, cry. Talk about your sadness with someone. Then make an effort to enjoy a few aspects of the holiday.